Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. How are you doing this amazing morning? It is an overcasty day. This weather has been sucking. I don't know what's going on with the weather. We have some good day. We have one good day, and then we have rain for the rest of the week. So I don't know what's going on with the weather, but that's neither here nor there. It is an amazing day in my spirit. So it doesn't matter what it looks like outside. So how's everybody doing this amazing morning? Let's check and see who we have in the building this morning. Let me see. Let me see. Good morning, Betty Rose. Betty Rose is the first one. And good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, ladies. My family and I are truly blessed. Yes, just keep this lifted in prayer. I will catch the replay. Have an awesome day, all. Have an awesome day, Betty Rose, and we definitely will. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. She says, I am blessed. Good morning, Tiffany. Tiffany says, I am blessed and highly favored. Good morning, Chantel. Good morning, I'm blessed. Miss Lloyd said, good morning, I am blessed. Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We miss you, girl. Where you been? Good morning, everyone. Sending blessings and favor. Yes, yes, and yes. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning. She says she is blessed. Good morning, cousin. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Jasmine. Jasmine says she is blessed. Good morning, Naomi. Naomi says she's awake, alive, and blessed. And good morning, sis. Good morning, Chantel. Chantel is in the building. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So, everybody, how are you guys doing? How many of you guys, and I ask you this every single morning, because if you're not doing it, maybe something to trigger you to start doing it. How many of you guys are doing the miracle morning with me? How many of you guys are doing the miracle morning with me? Have you set up your routine? I know Miss Lloyd said her miracle morning starts at 2:30, and that's totally fine. Whenever you can fit it in, get it in, do it, and you can get the most out of your day. I say do it whenever you can. So how many of you guys are doing the miracle morning with us? Let me know in the chat. Jamie says, miss y'all, especially since this is the one and only coffee I like. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. If you're doing the miracle morning with me, put ones in the chat. Put ones in the chat. Now remember, nothing can change unless you change it. Nothing's going to just happen. You're not just going to have an epiphany. There's going to have to be some work that has to be done. You're going to have to put some effort into your transformation. You heard that? You have to put some effort into your transformation. Your transformation is not just going to happen just because you want it to happen. There has to be some changes. There has to be some thought processes. There has to be some things that has to, to have to go into place in order for it to work. It cannot just happen just because you're thinking it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're thinking it, but now you got to move and act accordingly, right? You got to move and act as the person that you want to become. And that leads me into my next point, which is we are reading Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. Again, you can get this book from Audible. You can get it from YouTube, or you can personally purchase the book. I know that Thrift Books has this book for $4.95. So if you need the physical book and you don't want to pay however much it costs and $4.95 works for you, go ahead and get the thrifted book. Or you could even go to the library and get it from the library, right? But however, whatever works for you in order for the words and the message to resonate with you, do that. For me, it's audio, it's Audible books, Audible audiobooks. Yes. For me, that's what it is. But for somebody else, they might need to turn pages. I know my son, when he reads, he's a reader, but he likes to physically turn the pages in the book, right? He can listen to a book all day long, but he really enjoys turning the pages and reading through a book. So it depends on how you like to learn. Whatever method that is for you, go ahead and do that method. But that is the book that we're going to read. We're going to read chapter 1 and 2 for Monday. Chapters 1 and 2 for Monday. How many of you guys already got the book? How many of you guys already got the book? Put ones in the chat. Again, if you don't have the book, you can listen to it on YouTube. You can listen to it on YouTube. Okay, so Chantel said, Miracle Morning is all I know. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. It will change your life. Okay, I need to know what the miracle morning is. The miracle morning is waking up earlier so that you can set your intentions for the day, get yourself together so that whatever that means for you, if it's prayer, if it's writing in your gratitude journal, if that's scripting, if it's affirmation. Well, it's part of all these things, but you're doing some of them at like increments, so like maybe 10-minute increments. Your affirmations, moving your body, doing something, yoga, working out, just walking, just something that's going to get your body moving and get your blood flowing, and your heart pumping. And also just like preparing and planning out your day so that you can have a more clear target. You can set a more clear target as for what your goals are for the day so that you can hit those. So it's a really good book. It's a really quick read, really quick listen. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We have a Facebook chat in the private Facebook group where a group of us are waking up early in the morning. I normally wake up at between 4 and 5, and then I'll post inside the group and say what I'm doing. If you find something that is encouraging, maybe somebody else might find it inspiring. Maybe you were troubled about something. Maybe you're not meditating as well as you want to meditate yet, and you practicing and you practicing, and then things are changing. We are updating and we're saying all those things in the chat. So if you want to be a part of that, it's in the private Facebook group. Yeah, but it's really good to really structure your morning. And I say all of that to say this morning I woke up at 4 o'clock, woke up bright and early, 4 o'clock in the morning. And when I got up, I was energized, I was ready. I know before I set my intentions the night before, saying that I'm going to wake up energized and revitalized, because yesterday I really struggled. So I woke up with a headache. I really didn't feel like I was in the mood to do anything. I didn't want to get anything done. And so I pushed through and I did it anyway. I actually rode the bike longer than my normal time. When I'm doing my miracle morning, I actually rode the bike longer. And after doing everything, I just felt refreshed. I meditated differently yesterday. And then I kind of like, when all was said and done and I sat down, I was like, wow, I really do feel the change. I prayed for something. I was asking for something. I was asking God for something while I was in my meditation. And when I finished everything, I felt clarity. I felt like I knew what I had to do. I felt like it was a difference, right? And it was a good thing that I actually pushed myself through instead of dragging myself throughout the day, because I was like, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Oh, I don't feel like working out. Oh, I'm just going to do this. And I was going to slight myself on my morning miracle. I mean, my morning routine. I was going to slight myself. And so what I did was I ended up pushing through. And so I encourage everybody else, yeah, at 5 o'clock in the morning is early, but imagine you get in you have some clarity. Like, you're just not going through the day, just all your brain is frazzled. You don't know what you're thinking. You don't know what you're doing. You're just doing everything and nothing is happening. Nothing is working. The miracle morning is going to be something that is going to help you get yourself into a habit, into a routine that is going to set you up for success for your day. So with that being said, this morning I woke up early. I woke up energized. Again, I said I had set my intentions for the day before so that I could wake up energized and ready to go. And I did. And I sat and I meditated, and I didn't meditate the same way I meditated yesterday, but similar. I said similar things in the meditation. And when I was done, I felt good about it. And so I had an amazing morning this morning, and I got everything done. I was able to, and I actually got more accomplished this morning than most mornings, because I do have a routine that I do, but I was also able to edit content, post content, get my morning posts up. And I created my morning posts, my morning reels on the bike while I was working out. I was answering all my social media on the bike. I was doing all of that. I got that stuff done, got my makeup, everything done early, planned out my content. I mean, yeah, like I said, plan out my content for the entire day, not just the morning content, but for the entire day. And also got what I wanted to say for the live together. So I got all that stuff done before 7 o'clock, before 7:45, because that's when I start getting myself together for Coffee with Nikki. So if you want to get more out of your day, the miracle morning is going to be something that you need to try. It's going to be something that you need to try. Can you put the name of the book in the chat? Okay, so it's The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. My nose. I'm trying to learn how to balance early mornings and late nights, plus having enough energy for 9 to 5. Jasmine, don't try to do it early in the morning. Do it at night. You said you're a night owl. Then don't worry about waking up early in the morning, right? Do your stuff at night. And then you wake, everything is fresh in your mind. So when you wake up, you are energized and ready to take on your 9 to 5. And then you have your extended hours for all the extra stuff that you do. And that goes past your 9 to 5 hours, and you'll be able to just do it like that. So by the time you do go to bed, you should have well, you said you don't have no problem sleeping. I do. But by the time you go to bed, you'll be nice and rested. You know what I'm saying? You'll be already tired. Your brain won't be, working overtime, right? Because you can meditate, you can, relax, you can even play soothing music, you can listen to affirmations, or, the sound therapy when you're going to sleep, and that'll kind of soothe you, and just have the affirmations playing and just going in your mind, so that it's getting you ready for the next day. It's preparing you for the next day. So instead of you doing yours in the morning, you could do yours in the evening. Thank you, Michi. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good morning, Michi. Michi said, hit that like button, please, and thank you. Yes, yes, and yes, I'm realizing that I have a lower willpower. Wait, where did it go? Oh, in the evening. Oh, okay. I got you, got you, got you. I was talking about the other book. Okay, so the other book. Where's your green? On my wrist. On my wrist. Let me see. It is Psycho Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz. This book, I told you guys, is so amazing. I told my son to read it because it's something that I think he could use. It's about mastering your mind, mastering your imagination, mastering your thoughts, and thinking about your future self and acting as if. It is so amazing. It's so good. We are going to review chapters 1 and 2 on Monday. So you guys get the book. You can get it for free. If you're waiting for something or whatever, you can get it for free. Listen to it on YouTube. Read chapters 1 and 2. There's some exercises in there that we are going to be doing the exercises as well. Because again, you can't change anything if you're not applying anything. Nothing is going to change it. You could read it and read it all day long, but that's not going to do anything if you're not applying it. So definitely get that book and read chapter 1 and 2. 1 and 2. And so I am going to keep this. I'm gonna keep on theme for this week, and we're going to keep on talking about Etsy. So we had some great information about Etsy and what to do with your shops and how to make your shop perform better, and just some insights, how you can, spy on your competition, how you can check out your competition, see what they're using so that you could use keywords and things like that, see what's making them, why they're so popular, what people are loving about them, by checking out the reviews and things like that. So I want to know from you guys, what did you guys get from the Etsy lives that we did this week? Is there anything that stuck out to you? Please put it in the chat. If there's anything that stuck out to you, please put it in the chat. And I also provided some links and tools that you could use in order to enhance that experience. Jasmine gave us an awesome resource, which is called Everbee, which is amazing. There's 3 pricing tiers depending on how serious you want to be with your Etsy store. Get whichever one works for you. The free option will work if you just like, you're not too serious, you're just playing with it, you just want to try it out, then go ahead with the free version. If you're a little bit more serious, you may want to go to the next tier. But if you really like, I need Etsy to work, I want it to work, then go ahead with the $20 the tier. But yes, that resource was so amazing. And there's even things I'm still learning how to use the Everbee tool, but from what I know, it is amazing already. We had posted it up yesterday. I was showing you guys some things about Everbee. I'm telling you guys, this is so amazing. So amazing. So let me see what you guys are saying. Everbee stood out to me, using all 140 characters in the product name and using all of your images. And changing up your keywords. Yes, definitely changing up your keywords, especially when holidays are coming up. Because people are looking for things to buy, right? They're looking for things, and that's where they're going. They're going on Etsy to find them. right? So anybody else, did anything else stick out to you guys? Anything else? I missed so much this week. It's okay, cousin. You could catch the replay. I know you had a lot of stuff going on. You were not even not even in the house. So I get it. I get it. Anything else that stuck out to you guys? Post in the chat. So I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to continue talking about Etsy. And today we're going to talk about branding in Etsy. And we're also going to be talking about your photography, right? And so I am giving a gentle nudge to Jasmine because Jasmine is going to, I know she said she was going to do a photography class, also a Photoshop class. So Jasmine, a Photoshop class and a photography class. How to take really good pictures. I think Jasmine has one up already on her YouTube page. And if you guys are not following her on YouTube, if you're not subscribed to her YouTube channel, please click her name. She's right there, Jasmine Alyssa. Click her name and go subscribe to her YouTube channel because she's doing things over there. She's giving you guys some great insights, some great tutorials, some things that you could utilize in your business. So go on over there and grab, no, but not grab. Go on over there and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Subscribe to her YouTube channel. Using videos. The video feature, chef's kiss. Because that tumbler with the beach on it, that sold me. That sold me. I'm here planning. Okay. She said there is an older video where I share how I took my product photos. And Jasmine has amazing, like I said, when Jasmine had her products, when she did Sweet Magnolia, I thought everything was on brand with that. I thought the photography was great. I thought the labels were amazing. The scents matched everything. And so she really did her thing with Sweet Magnolia. And so again, the imaging, the videos, her reels, everything was amazing. So go on over to follow Jasmine. Go on over there. Using tools to help get ideas on good keywords to help get traffic to your shop. Okay. I got to figure out how they made the Tumblr video. You know what I think they did, Jasmine? You see how it was turning, but you don't see the thing, the turntable. I think they just cut out the image and left cut out the image, cut out the turntable, erase the turntable, and then had it spinning because it wasn't standing on anything. Because I was looking at it too. I was like, it's not standing on anything. Because I was thinking, oh, I could see the turntable. It wasn't the turntable. It wasn't there. So maybe they erased that part. I don't know, but that's what I'm thinking. Good morning, Kay. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Happy Thankful Thursday. Hey, good morning, Sherelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so I got to check with Kay and see, are we still going live? I think I'm going live with Kay at 12 noon, and we are going to be talking makeup, and I don't know what else we're talking about. So I think we are still on, but if we're not, catch it. I'll keep you guys posted when we are going to go. But as for now, I think we are going noon. That's what I thought too. Like they covered the turntable with green screen. Yes, Jasmine. Or it could be, and it is a mock-up, Jasmine. It's a whole mock-up. Like if you go and you look at it, it's something that they mocked up. I was paying attention. I was staring. So, okay, so we are on. So you guys make sure that you join us on Instagram. I'm going to be going live with Kay with Push Classic Collections. And we are going to be talking about makeup removal, and that type of thing. So now we're going to get into Etsy. I'm not going to share my screen today because usually, I take too much time when I do that. But branding on Etsy. So the first thing you want to do, and this is another thing that you can ask Jasmine for, because this is what let me tell you something. When I need graphics, when I need my banners done, I send Jasmine a message immediately. Like, Jasmine, can you make me a banner? Jasmine, can you make me a banner for my email? Jasmine, can you make me? And I know I get on her nerves, but if you need a banner, a graphic banner for your Etsy shop, Jasmine may be your girl. Or you can go to Canva, however way you want to work it out. If you don't know, if you're stuck and you don't know exactly what to do, then you can go on over to Jasmine. But if you kind of have an idea of where you want to go with it, then go on over to Canva and pop your information in there. Make sure you're staying on your brand colors and your fonts and your stuff, and just go ahead and create your own banner in Etsy. But I wrote down here, if you want to give a good impression, you have to have great imaging, right? And so your banner needs to be, something that's intriguing, right? I want to click on it. I want to see what's in your store. Your shop is, your banner's colorful. I see pictures. I see, fun. I see whatever it is. I see serenity. I see peace. Whatever it is that your brand is about, you want to make sure that you can portray that in your messaging, in your imaging. And so you want that because the first thing they're going to see is your banner when they come to your store. So make sure that it is something that is captivating, is clear. Everybody know where they are, know what they're getting. And that's what you want to make sure you have a good banner. Michi says, I need a banner. I couldn't get the right sizing. Jasmine says, I'm planning on doing a live where I'll show y'all how to keep it on brand. Also suggesting sizing for Shopify. We need one for sizing for Etsy. Sizing for Etsy, Jasmine. I know you like, girl, you giving me way too. I can't do all the things. I know. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Also, I wasn't liking how it was looking. Got you. Got you. So if Jasmine has time, I guess you could slide in her DM and say you need an Etsy banner. It is not free. It is not free, but it's definitely worth it. So make sure you get. Let me see what she's saying. She says Canva has an Etsy template. Okay, so there you go. There you go. All right, so the next thing you want to do, so when you do get an order, you want to do something that is going to personalize that experience. You want something that is going to just make people say, oh, I really enjoy purchasing from them. Like maybe some free samples, maybe, the thank you card. And on the thank you card, you give them a discount code so that they can come to your Etsy store and shop more. If you have different products on your website and you want them to migrate from Etsy to your website, then say, we have more on our website in your thank you card, right? But you can't say it on Etsy, but you can do it in your thank you card, and then send it to them and say, you can find us here, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. And also people enjoy handwritten notes because it just makes it makes you feel like somebody took the time out to write this note to me. It's not just a generic thank you card. That just says thank you. You know what I'm saying? It's thank you. It has my name on it. You can even, come up with a message that you give to your people, and just send it. It can be something simple. I know on my, if you order from me at Bubble Babes, I say thank you, enjoy, love, Bubble Babes. That's all I say. I say one word, right? But I'm writing it myself. And I do it for every order that I have. Sometimes it's a little too much and I can't maintain, but I still do it. I still take the time to do it because right now, while I can maintain, and sometimes it is a struggle to get all those orders and try to write a handwritten note. Sometimes I struggle with that, but I still push through. I still push through because it is part of what I've created with Bubble Babes. I've been doing that for 13 years and I still do it. I still do it. Let me see. Yes, I used the template, but for some reason it was not working right. No, not one for Shopify. I always have to enter the custom size. Okay. Part of the experience. Yes. So you want it to be something. And usually if I don't give a free sample, sometimes I'm giving free candy. Like I give candy, or I have M&Ms, the color of my brand. So I have white, yellow, and black M&Ms, and I put those in a bag and I'll say real candy. It's a sweet treat or whatever, real candy. And I'll put it in their orders because people enjoy that. And they're like, oh, I took the time out. It's not just regular random bag of M&Ms, right? I actually took the time out to get my color M&Ms and put them in a bag and ship them out to you, right? And so people, even though you think that people are not paying attention to this, people are paying attention to your detail, right? They're paying attention to the little freebies because it'll be something that is going to trigger a memory, right? Or it'll be something that they're going to say, oh, my kid enjoyed when you sent my package. You know, I had stuff for me, but I was able to give my son the candy because, or my daughter the candy because they were there and they liked that sweet treat or whatever. And or people say, oh, Nikki, I didn't know that you have your M&Ms the color of your business or whatever. Things like that make people want to stay with you, right? You're creating that relationship. You're building a relationship and a bond with your customer and giving them whatever your brand name is, experience, right? Same, handwritten notes go a long way. Let me tell y'all something. I keep my handwritten notes. Jasmine sent me an Apple Pencil. I still got the note. Tree sent me the thing for the mic. I still got the note. She sent me a note with my earrings. I still got the note. Those things I keep because they mean something to me. They're sentimental to me. And other people, your handwritten note on an invoice may not be something that's sentimental to them, but it's going to be something that they're going to be thankful for. They're going to say, wow, you really took the time out to thank me personally. And so do what you gotta do. Think about how you can be creative and how you are presenting the experience, the unboxing experience. But definitely write handwritten thank you card. Write handwritten notes. Like if you even get the thank you card, get the matte side on the back side where you can write on it, or leave some space on the front side if it's glossy and use a Sharpie. But either way, just find a way to personalize it. Find a way to personalize it. Let me see. I tried to put a picture on Etsy and it was a lot. I deleted everything. Okay. We're going to get it together. We're going to get you together. Yes, because I love when I get free candy when I order stuff. Makes my sweet tooth smile, right? It's just something that's unexpected. Oh, that's cute, Nikki. M&Ms. Yes, I gave out my keychains with my branding. I like the candy though. Yeah, because it's something different. LOL. Keep you keeping that note? Yep. Oh, for when I joined the Apple team. Come on, Jasmine. I have thank you cards. One side says, thank you for supporting my small business. And it contains my email, social media info. On the other side, I write a note for each. Yep. Personalize the experience. Okay. I figured that. So you also want to know, what's your unique selling point? What is your USP? What is your unique selling point? So if you look at your competition and you see what they have, again, you're not looking at them to imitate them. You're looking at them to see what's missing. You're looking at them to see how you can make something better. You're looking at them to see what would your customer what would your customer respect, right? What would your customer say? Oh my gosh, I really absolutely love this. That makes you stand apart from anybody else. You need to sit down and you really need to think about that. What is it? And not just about, it could be your service. It could be your look. It could be your turnaround time. You don't have to go and think about too long and hard about it, right? Just look and see. Oh, okay. They're missing color. I'm all about color. So I'm going to say, live out loud and da, all about color, right? Or let's say it's about you want peace, you want quiet, you want something. So what about that? You give that kind of experience. You want to shop where you can have peace and zen and all. You want to tell them that. What makes you stand apart? Like me, I'll tell you in a minute. My brush soap is an all natural soap that is made from scratch, because that's my unique selling point, right? It's all natural, made from scratch. Others are made from bases. I'm not making mine from a base. There's nothing wrong with that, but that's not me, right? So I'm not using my unique selling point to pick apart somebody else's brand. I'm using my unique selling point so I can say, this is what I do. This is why I am different. This is why I show up different, right? So my brush soap is all natural. It's made from scratch. Not only is it all natural and made from scratch, I also use milks in my soap, right? So some people don't use milks because milks is expensive. So I use milks in my soap. But I also give you a regular version and I'll give you a vegan version, right? A lot of people don't offer that, right? And so if you wanted to have a regular experience because you like goat's milk and you know that goat's milk is really good for natural hair brushes or synthetic brushes, it's even good for your hair, right? So my unique selling point, I have a bunch that I could work with, and it's not me disrespecting another brand. This is just what I bring to the table, right? So when you think about it, just think about it. I'm not picking apart that brand. I'm just saying what my brand is all about. But I'm going to look and see what you do so I can say what I do better. Right? So I make my soap from scratch. It's goat's milk. I give you options. You could clean, sanitize, and condition in one easy step. This is my unique selling point. Right? This is going to mean something for my customers. This is going to mean something for my target market. It's not going to mean something for everybody. Some people don't care if you had a base. Some people don't care if you are whatever they putting on their soap. Some people are fine with washing their brushes with Zote or dishwashing detergent and olive oil. Some people are fine with washing their brushes like that, and it works for them. But those people are not my people, and so my unique selling point would not resonate with them, and that's okay. But I want my points to resonate with my people. Right? I want my points to resonate with my people. So write down what are all of your unique selling points about your product, about your branding, about your service, and make sure that that is clear and clear in your messaging, in your product descriptions, in your product, in your about me, in all of your social media. And this doesn't just relate to Etsy. It relates to everything that you're doing in business, right? Every single thing that you do. Because if you are just the same as everybody else, then how does that make you stand apart? You got to figure out what's going to make you different. And if you're trying to be like everybody else, you already lost the battle. Right? You already lost because you're trying to be like somebody else. And God didn't put all of us on this earth to be the same, right? Nobody on this earth is the same. Nobody. That's even in the book Psycho-Cybernetics, right? Everybody's trying to be like something else or being like somebody else, but we were not created to be anything else but ourselves. We were not created to be like anybody else but us, right? And so if that's the point, then why don't we see the same thing in our businesses? Why don't we see the same thing in where we are in life and what we're doing? We're looking left to the left and the right to see what other people are doing so we could do the same thing that they're doing, so we could be just like them when we need to be being like ourselves. And so again, that's in the book Psycho-Cybernetics. You guys can when you read that, really hone in on that, right? What makes you different? Why am I different? Everybody is here because they have a unique perspective. What is your perspective? Play on that and push it and big it up, right? And big it up. Let me see. Tiffany says, don't do it, Nikki. She changed over to Apple from Android and she misses it so much. I did go to Apple at one point, like a long time ago, but I went back to Android because I did not like Apple phones. And I didn't like Mac computers either, but now I got one. But and I have an iPad and a pencil. And a pencil. That's at the extent of where we going with that. Let me see. Sorry, Apple people, but I've lost so many features and switching, so I don't recommend it. I'm going back. Come on, Tiffany, come back to the Droid world. Jamie says, I tried for a month and sent it back to the sender. I ran back to Android quick. I only liked the pics, and that wasn't enough to keep me with Apple. I hear that. The pics are the only thing better. Oh, Jasmine, they coming for you. And Kay, because Kay always coming for me with my Android. She's like, you need an Apple. We're gonna deal with this Droid. She's like, what she said, oh, she can't send me messages like a voice message. She was like, if you had an Apple phone, then I would be able to just send it to you. Not because you got to send it in little portions. And she was like, I could just continuously send you my message. And I'm like, Jasmine says, right, gotta have that down to set yourself apart from the rest. Everybody not gonna like your product and your brand, but that doesn't matter. Gotta find your smallest viable audience. Yes, and yes. Tiffany, stop it. That's from Kay. My first smartphone was an Android. For the record, I swapped to Apple. Tried to switch back, but it was not for me. Because you a graphics girl. You're a graphics girl. So I find that anybody who has anything to do with graphics and art, they are Apple people. They are Apple people. But but okay, so you want to make sure you stand apart. So find whatever your unique selling point is. Again, just like Jasmine said, you're not trying to sell to anybody. You are trying to find your customer, and you're going to niche it down until you find your specific customer, until you know what that person is, and who that person is, because you're going to speak to them every single time. Every single time you're going to speak to that particular person, right? They're going to look different every time. When, as a customer, when they purchase, they're going to look different, but in your mind's eye, you're speaking to that one person. I tried Android for a day. I said, return this phone back, please. Your phone always messing up, but that's not neither here nor there. Not neither here nor there. All right, so what else do I have here? um be consistent with your brand voice. Be consistent with your brand voice. That means your messaging. That means how you speak to people. That means if you call your people sis, whatever you call your people, you want to make sure that you're continuously calling them that, so that they know that they're part of the community. We say this often, right? You want to make sure that your people know that when you call them, they know who they are. Right. So if I say BBU tribe, you know that I'm talking to the people here in BBU. If I'm talking to my Bubble Babes people, I call them the Babes Brigade, and they know that, right? So when I'm speaking, that's how I'm speaking. If I'm saying a message to you, if I'm speaking kind of like the way that I'm talking now, so that when you read anything that I write, you kind of read it in my voice, right? Yesterday I got a message from Yas, and it was some kind of Instagram post about I'm taking my time or something like that. Yes, you're gonna live a long life, girl. And then it said, get it together, right? And so Yas sent me this message, and she was like, why did I just hear you say that when I read it? Right. And so that's the point, right? Because I want to resonate with you whenever, in any area in life. I want to resonate so that you could think, oh yeah, that's Nikki. Oh yeah, that's Nikki. Oh yeah, that's Bubble Babes. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You want to resonate with me. I mean, I want you to resonate with me, right? And so that's why everything has to be clear and consistent across the board, right? So that anytime somebody hears something, they know it's you, right? Or if they see it, they know it's you, right? I'm sorry I got y'all off topic. It's okay, girl. It's okay. Good morning, Michelle. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Chef. Good morning. Question. On Etsy, they say your customers are there. How do they find you? I can't wrap my mind around that. I'm not clicking. You find your customers with your keywords. You find your customers with your descriptions. You find your customers with your titles. Even you can also find your customers with ads. You can also use that Everbee. You can use that as a tool so that you can see what are popular, what keywords are popular, what are they doing, what does the pictures look like, because maybe something that you're doing is not coming across, and maybe you're not connecting to the customer, but you're going to have to think about what keywords are you using? Are you thinking like a customer and not like a maker? Are you thinking like, what are they searching for? Are you looking to see what people are actually searching for? Are you using the search bar at the top for research? Because you can put things in the top for like, let's say t-shirts, and see what comes up with t-shirts. See what these people are saying. See what their descriptions are saying. See what keywords they're using. See what they're putting in their titles. They're not just putting in their titles, oh, it's the Queen t-shirt. They're saying custom t-shirts for birthdays, for weddings, for bridesmaids, for whatever. They're putting all of that in the title. So get creative about what you have and use, like I said, it's 140 characters. Use all 140 characters for your listing at the title, right? And this is going to help you get visibility. This is going to help you get visibility. Oh snap, I guess I'm right on time. You are, girl. Sorry, Miss Lois. No, they are not. You can do so much more technically with Android. I'm speaking from current experience. You can do so much more on Android. Face recognition is not enough. Now I'm done. Y'all Apple people, we need to have an Apple versus Droid alive. So y'all can have at it. Because y'all can have at it. Okay, I have to do more research before I post anything. Okay, thanks. Yes, and also make sure that your pictures are in the square. Because I know you said something about your pictures, and also if you have to resize it, you may have to go to a website that resizes your photos. I think you can resize your photos on Canva, but not just in the size itself. You can compress it so that it doesn't take up so much. Is it memory, Jasmine? When the picture is so big and it has so much, I don't know if it's memory, but whatever it is, that it takes a long time to load, right? And so you want to make sure that you compress it. And so there are websites like Resizer, I think it's called resizer.com or something like that. But just put resize or compress photos, and you'll be able to, like, Google that, resize compress photos, and you'll be able to compress the image. It won't mess up the quality of the photo, but it will make it easier and quicker to load up on the website. Because yes, file size, if it's too large, it is going to take so long, people are going to click off. You want it to come up, and you want it to, you know what I'm saying? You don't want it to buffer. You don't want it to do, take its time coming up. You want it to come up quickly. Again, people got short attention spans. They're going to look. If it don't come up, they're going to be gone, right? They're not going to sit there and wait. So you want to make sure that you resize your photos, because especially if you're taking your photos with a camera, I know that my file sizes from when I upload my pictures from my camera is a little huge, a little bit large. And so I have to compress them. So that's another thing to keep in mind, to resize your photos and compress the images so that they don't take a long time to load. Exactly. You got 3 seconds to captivate them. There you go. 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. If the photo take too long to load, they're gone. They're gone. All right. And so make sure you also responding to your Etsy comments. Maybe somebody's asking you questions. Maybe somebody's asking somebody else questions in somebody else's reviews or whatever. Go and see what they're asking, and then put those in your frequently asked questions, which is also known as your FAQs, right? So you want to make sure that if I have any questions, if I need something answered, if you're not, I don't have to email you because you have a FAQ page, or you have your frequently asked questions somewhere where I can see it, right? So you want to make sure you do that. You can't just upload them raw. Got to edit them. Yep. So the next thing, if you don't know, everybody should know what their colors look like. But if you struggle with your brand colors and you are looking for some brand colors, you can go to a website called what is it called? Colorhunt.io. 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 And that is going to help you. Wait, that ain't it. One sec, y'all. Let me get this thing. It's called Color Hunt for sure. Let me see. Here it is. Let me grab it. And this is going to help you with your color palettes. I got gold there because it was for me, but it'll help you with your color palette so that you know that you can stay within your branding colors. Can you teach us how to add a page on our website, Jasmine? Yes. All right. So the next thing, and this is probably where we're going to wrap it up, is we kind of touched on photography. And so what's going to make or break you with Etsy is the quality of your photos. People are going to click on what looks aesthetically pleasing to them, right? Whatever intrigues them, they're going to click on that. They're not going to, if your photo is fuzzy, they don't really understand what's going on in the photo, and that's the main photo, they are going to skip right on by you and find somebody else who was doing the thing that you're doing, but they had better pictures, right? Just like that tumbler we saw yesterday, right? That beach tumbler really caught my attention, right? Why? I don't know. It just spoke to me. All those other tumblers there, they were cute, they were okay, but that tumbler really spoke to me. And I was like, oh, and not to mention, when you just hover over it, it showed the video, and the video stayed on theme, right? So the setting and everything stayed on theme, and it just made you think, oh, that is such a beautiful tumbler. Looks like the beach. I absolutely love it. It wasn't just like they threw a tumbler in front of, and a lot of us is, I'm gonna say, I'm include all of us, right? A lot of us are just taking random pictures and saying, okay, I don't know what to do. And we just putting pictures in front of anything, doing anything, and it's not aesthetically pleasing, right? And think about it. So if you saw a picture like that, would you buy your stuff? If your picture, wasn't clear, if it wasn't like clean background, would you purchase your thing? And y'all can put it in the chat. Would you purchase from yourself if you didn't have good quality photos? Or matter of fact, let's switch it. If you seen somebody selling and they didn't have good quality photos and you didn't know what the product was about, would you purchase? That's the question. Would you purchase if they didn't have good quality photos and you didn't know what the product did? Would you purchase from them? Would you even be intrigued? Or there's too much going on in the photo? Yes. A lot of the times, and while I'm waiting for you guys to respond, you can put one for yes, two for no. We put too much stuff in the photo, right? And not, you could put too much stuff in the photo, but you just got to make sure that your product is the star of the photo. Like, all of what you put in the photo can't be the main attraction, right? The main attraction is the product itself. And the point of you having the extra stuff is to give the vibe and the feeling of what you want them to, kind of like giving them the feel and the scent of what they can't feel and see. I mean, feel and smell, right? So you kind of like got to be visual with it because they can't physically smell it. They can't physically touch it. They don't physically know what it looks like or whatever. So you have to be creative with how you come across, how you communicate your product in photo, right? So you can't let the stuff that you use for your settings to be the main focus. It has to be focused on the product only, right? Focus on the product only. Okay. Snapseed is a fantastic mobile photo editing app that is easy to use and has lots of tools. Snapseed. Somebody said something about Snapseed? Was it you, Jasmine? Somebody said something about Snapseed. It probably was Coach T. Coach T probably said use Snapseed. It can come off untrustworthy, to be honest. Like, if it don't look good in the picture, I don't want to buy it. Now that should make you think, right? If it don't look good in the picture, I don't want to buy it. So your point of selling and your point of being in business is to sell things, right? We're in this business to make money, right? If you say, oh, I'm doing it for love, I'm doing it because I want to help people, all that is nice, but ultimately we want to make money, right? You can't pay bills with love and you can't pay bills with helping people, right? If it's not paying. So you got to make sure that there is some clarity that your picture is communicating to your customer, like, oh, okay, this is what it looks like, this is what it smells like. Oh, I have an idea of what I think it smells like because in this photo it has oranges, so I guess it's citrus. You know what I'm saying? And so they're going to kind of like, oh, and especially if you use the description and use your AI tools, use the description and give it a nice, beautiful, vivid description of what this scent is and what it can do and where it could take you. You're going to give them a story that they can replay in their brain and they can see it and they're like, oh, okay, I could use that. Oh, okay, I want that. And so you have to make sure that you're always doing that. So your photos must be clean. They must be crisp. Don't have a whole bunch of stuff. It is not relevant to what you're trying to portray in your photo. You don't need all of that. Just maybe have one or two things if that's the case, but make sure that your product is always the star of the show. I usually like to, if it's a nice sunny day outside, I like to go outside and create my whole environment as to what I'm going to be shooting, because when I shoot outside, my photos are amazingly crisp and it's nice and the lighting is beautiful. As long as I don't have the harsh lighting of the sun, and I usually find me a spot and I get everything together and I set up my stuff. But the sun outside is going to give you amazing pictures. You don't have to show outside. Like when I do that, I'll get one of those poster boards or something, and then I'll put my stuff on the poster board, or I'll add something, or maybe do a little background behind it, and then I'll shoot that way. But Sometimes you could just go ahead and use outside because sometimes it just really looks good. And I do that, right? But you can create that scene, or you can use a window, right? You could use the window, the lighting from the window, maybe have a sheer curtain so it can diffuse the lighting a little bit. Or you can get you some light boxes so the light is a little softer. And so it'll make your products look beautiful. So you want to make sure that your pictures are amazingly crisp and amazingly clear, and that you are whatever it is that you want to portray in this picture about scent, about feel, about whatever, that you show it, right? And you also want to give options with your pictures, right? You want us to have them close up. You also want to have them in the place where it would, where would one put this thing, whatever that is for you. Where would that be? Have something like that. Maybe have it in use. Maybe have it in your hand so that they can see the size. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to give options. I have 10 pictures. What I'm going to do with 10 pictures? Well, you're going to give them options on all the things that they need to know. I'm going to show you the size. I'm going to show you the look. I'm going to show you where it should be. I'm going to maybe give you another idea of where it could be. I'm going to show it as a gift. I'm going to show maybe somebody open it as a birthday gift and them being happy, especially those birthday cake candles. Those would be amazing, right? Giving it as a gift. I'm going to show you lighting it in my office, or I'm going to show you maybe the soy wax. Maybe I'm going to do a video and maybe show the process of me making this thing. There's 10 things that you can use. Be creative on how you do it. Don't just show 10 ways, 10 views of the picture, right? Or the same thing. Make sure you change it up. Give them some insight, right? Because you're using these pictures to tell the story. You're using these pictures to sell the product. You're using these pictures so that you can tell them the questions that they have. You're answering the questions. Think like a customer and think what questions they may have that you're going to be answering through your photos, right? Yes, get outside. If you don't have proper lighting, I also recommend light boxes. I tell y'all why in the class. Come on, Jasmine. You will be bombarded with classes, I'm telling you. Not the photography light box lights, but the light boxes that you sit your products in, to be clear. Yes. You know, those cubes, right? That's what you're talking about. Yes, the texture. You want to show the texture. No, especially if the site looks outdated. So Chef says she ain't buying none, especially if the site looks outdated, right? And people are wondering, oh, why people are not buying from me? Well, your website looked like one of those websites on Wix when Wix first came out. Well, your website looks like one of those blogger websites that when they first came out, what blogger websites used to look like. That's what it's looking like. That's what it's giving. You got to make sure that it's giving something that you wanted to give, right? So you don't recommend the cubes. I thought you were talking about the light box lights. I also don't recommend light boxes. Not photography light box. Oh, okay. I read it wrong. Okay. Not the photography light box lights, but the light boxes. Okay. So you don't recommend those. Got it. I don't use those. I did when I first had my products because I thought it was going to give me a pure white background, and it never did. But I don't use those anymore. But yeah, I have light boxes that I use for my lighting. The photography light boxes. Let me see, read that again, right? You get more traffic and views at a higher level on Google when you're updating your website content frequently. Yes, yes, and yes. And also using your keywords that people are going to find in the search engine. So SEOs. Let me see what else I have. Variety of photos, textures, close-up, show it in use where they could see it in their home or in their life. You want to make sure that you have good photos. It increases your click-through rate. Also, you could use, if you have t-shirts, if you have mugs, if you have tote bags, you can go ahead and use mock-ups, right? And I gave you a website that you could use to get your mock-ups created. And Jasmine said, Jasmine, you are heavy in this class today. Jasmine said that using placeit.net, using Placeit, you don't necessarily have to know how to use Photoshop. Photoshop is a little difficult. To me, it's not my blessing. But and I'm not going to make myself learn Photoshop because I don't need it. right? Whatever I could do, I can do in Canva. And if I can't do it in Canva or PicMonkey, then I'm going to ask Jasmine. That's basically my process. But yeah, so she said you could use whatever for placeit.net. And you have I think it's $7.99 to use, and you can put your mock-ups and then it make it look different. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to worry about setting up a photo shoot. You don't have to worry about oh, I don't have anybody that I could shoot. I need somebody that could shoot in this. No, just go ahead over there to placeit.net and create your mock-up. Create your mock-up, create a nice mock-up, and pay the money so you can get your mock-ups done, and you can post it immediately. You don't have to wait for a photo shoot. And if you have somebody actually in it, or when you actually have the photo shoot, then add that picture. But as for now, you ain't got to wait for the photo shoot. Just go ahead and create your mock-up. Go ahead and create it. They don't put out enough light. Let me tell you something. That yellow, because I always, when they say you want to have the white background, until I figured out there was this website that I was using. I forgot, it has scissors as their little icon that I was using on a computer, and that would take out the background. And so I would have, and then they would give you the, options to color your background, and I would always choose white. And that was the way I was doing it for some time. But you can go right into, as long as you take your photos without a busy background, you'll be able to cut your photo out using the background remover tool on Canva, and then you can change it from being transparent. You can change your background to being white, and that way you'll have the pure white background. I'm not doing the work I should be doing right now. Ooh, work from home perks. I know that's right, girl. You're a bit blurry. Am I back to normal? Snippet. I think that's it. And I would have to take that little circle tool and just go, and it was so tedious and I hated it. So like I said, Canva, go ahead, and Canva does it really quick. Right? Canva does it really quick. Just go ahead, just make sure your background isn't busy. Put your stuff against a white poster board, or just something that's just, easy, that is not going to pick up the other things in the photo. Because sometimes, like you would think, oh, I just wanted to take the product, but then it'll take the product, it'll take the hands, it'll take some leaves, it'll take pieces that it thinks that you want to leave in the photo, and then you have to go back in and touch it up. But if you just go ahead with the white poster board from the jump, you don't got to worry about that, and just put it into Canva and then cut out the product, and then you're able to use it however you want to use it. You could just use it as the product itself and place it where you want it to be. And if you want to do that and place it where you want it to be, then you would do it in a PNG, right? Because that's going to give you the transparent background. But if you want it so it's something that you use on your website, it's something maybe you're using for fair, maybe it's something that you're using for Etsy, you want to have the white background, then I would click, the white background, and then it'll automatically give you a pure white background. Right? Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. We need a catalog with all the different websites for us to go to. I can't remember all these websites. I'm about to tell you right now, the websites right now. So make sure you get a pen. I'm calling you after this. Okay, cousin. As a chef, we learned that complimentary items should never overshadow the main dish or featured item. Same concept. Yes, and I also heard, as a chef, you're not supposed to put anything on the plate that's not edible. And usually we seeing stuff and it's like, I'm not eating that. But yes, I just something that I picked up, like watching those cooking shows. They're like, don't put things on the plate that ain't supposed to be eaten. Sunglasses are the hardest to capture. It's driving me crazy. Put it on a white background. Or get you a mannequin and put it on a mannequin head. Get you a mannequin and put it on the mannequin head. And there you go. You should have a mannequin head. You went to cosmetology school, so you should have one. Let me know. Okay, so you guys get your pens ready. Get your pens ready. These are the websites that we were discussing for the week. Get your pens ready. Let me know in the chats. Put some ones if you're ready. Ones in the chat if you're ready. One's in the chat if you're ready. Ready, 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 ready. I have several. Put your sunglasses on them. And put a wig on them. Make it look cute. All right. So the first one is Everbee. Everbee is the first. If you're going to get your shop on Etsy, use Everbee. It's going to help you find what keywords people are using. It's going to see what has the most searches so that you can use those terms in your products and your listings, right? That's the first one. Everbee. Everbee. Everbee.io. Everbee.io. It is an extension, it's a Chrome extension. And so when you automatically go to Etsy, it's going to show you the tiny little bee in the corners. It's also going, when you put in the description, when you go in the search bar and you start typing things up, it's going to show you, it's going to generate all of the searches and how many times that they were searched. Right? So you'll see, oh, this is a popular search. So maybe I want to use that keyword. Oh, this doesn't get so much attention. I'm going to not use that one. You know what I'm saying? So everbee.io. You can also see, you could go to the calculator tool and you could see how much this person made. Again, I don't like that feature, but you can see it. You can see how much profit they made. You can see how much they spent, the cost of goods. You can see everything, right? So that is everbee.io. Girl, I am just like you. I'm always breaking into song, right? Always. Everbee.io. I said it enough times that I think that even if you didn't write it down, you're going to remember it. Okay, so if you want to change the text, because you can't do stylized text in Etsy, it's just regular, right? But maybe you want to do stylized text. Maybe you want to add an emoji or two. You can go to Yay Text. Yay Text. Yaytext.com. I had to see what's the if it was .io or whatever. Yay Text. YAY text.com. The next one is Color Hunt. If you are stuck with your palette, you don't have your colors or whatever, you can go to colorhunt.co. colorhunt.co, and you can see some color palettes, see what they look like, and you can use them for your branding, right? If you just need an idea for your color palettes. colorhunt.co. .co. So if you are looking for mock-ups, right? The place where you can go to get your mock-ups is placeit.net. And you can get your mock-ups. You don't have to wait for a photo shoot. If you came up with an idea for a t-shirt, you want to put it out immediately, put your image on a t-shirt that they already have there as your mock-up and put that thing on your website. Get that thing going. Get that thing going. Don't sit on it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Come on, baby. Don't play with it. So placeit.net. Placeit.net for your mock-ups. For your mock-ups. And as the AI tools that we spoke about last week, I'll say it again. You can use openai.com. Openai.com. That is going to take you to ChatGPT. If you go to ChatGPT on the internet, it's going to take you to something different. Go to openai.com. Openai.com is going to take you to ChatGPT. That is where you can enter your information about whatever your product is, things that you want to know for Etsy, things that you want to input in Etsy. Maybe you want us to ask for keywords, all of that. You can use ChatGPT. Canva is awesome. It even launched an AI this past year. Yes, it did. I used that one too, but I don't think it gives me, it's not as detailed to me as ChatGPT. I'm not sure if it's for the pro version, but it's only $12 a month. Yeah, everybody should have Canva as the pro version. Like they should. So ChatGPT is one. Copy.ai is another. Chat GPT is free. You can use it as much as you want. Copy.ai, you only can, they have a limitation of their words. So I think after you reach 10,000 words, then you have to get the paid version or wait till to the following month so that your words could start all over again. So Chat GPT, Copy.ai. Copy.ai. You can also, like Chef was saying, you can go to Canva. And Canva, they have this thing called Magic Write. You just go to the doc tool and then you click the Magic Write, and Magic Write will generate a response for you as well. You can also use Jasper.ai. Jasper.ai is paid. So, I mean, if you want to use that, you can, but the other ones that I gave you are free versions, and you can use those until, you have the budget to add this into your budgeting. Right? Because if you use it a lot, or you find that you like one better than the other and you want to do the paid version on the one that you use the most, then that makes sense. But I give you options so that you can choose whichever one works best for you. Right? And so those are the sites. I don't think I have any more sites. I wrote them down. Those are the sites that you guys need. And like Yolanda said, I should probably have a section with these websites and links that I add. And I do actually have it in the Honor Society, but I have to add these new ones. Yeah, I have to add these. But how did everybody feel about today's live? Did you get some valuable information about today? Is it something maybe you already knew and it's like, oh, okay. Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat. And while I'm waiting for you guys to tell me what your thoughts are in the chat, we are wrapping this up. So if you're catching the replay, please like, comment, and subscribe. And please let us know in the comments below that you caught the replay and what you thought. Also, share this video out with your friends, especially if you have somebody they don't know if they're on the fence, they don't know if they want to start an Etsy shop. Send them over here. Share the video out. Remember, I'm on the road to 100K. I'm on the road to 100K. I'm almost at 20K. So I need to start moving because we almost at the midway point of this year. And I want my plaque by the end of the year. At least by December 31st, I want my plaque. So that's the goal. So make sure that you guys subscribe and share this video out to your people so that they can also come over here and subscribe. Remember, we are here Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for Coffee with Nikki, your daily cup of information and inspiration. Tonight, we are back at 7 p.m. We are back tonight at 7 p.m. with Miss Peachy. Miss Peachy is going to talk about the importance of healing from trauma, the importance of, like, she's going to tell her story, and we're going to be able to, other people can see how they can heal. Maybe there's some tips, or maybe there's some pointers, or maybe somebody was at a certain point, at the same point, and they didn't know how to move on. But seeing somebody on the other side of that is going to be able to help them. So that is what we got going on tonight. I'm super excited because I absolutely love Miss Peachy. I absolutely love her. And let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Great live as usual. Thank you, Miss Lois. Thank you, Yolanda. Michi says very helpful. Wrote down the sites and we'll be using some of them. Yes, yes, and yes. And also take some of, you don't have to apply everything. Don't apply everything that I told you, but just apply what you need. Right? Because I don't want you to get overwhelmed and don't do anything. I want you to take some things, whatever stuck out to you, wherever you needed help, right? You may not have needed any help in the photography section. And so you're going to take the description section. You're going to do the product title section. You're going to do the Everbee, the apps, and the extensions. Maybe that's what you're going to use because that's where you are. That's totally fine. Don't try to take all of it and try to do all of it because it's going to make you get overwhelmed. And then you're going to be like, I'm not going to do it. And you need to do it. You need to do it. Like I said, using both websites are going to help. Your website and Etsy is going to help you. So get it, get it, get it. Good morning, April. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, may the 4th be with you. Yes. Looking forward to tonight. Thank you so much, Jasmine. Kay said great live. Don't forget, y'all, join us at 12 p.m., 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. I will be joining Kay on Push Classics Collections. We are going to be going live and we are going to have a whole makeup talk. And so I will see you guys then. Make sure that you guys put it in your alerts or something. Put in your alerts so you can join us. Man, I'm going to be on live for three times today. I might be on for 4, but make sure that you guys are following and turn on your notifications so that you guys can get information whenever we are going live. So with that being said, you guys, I appreciate you guys so much for spending your time with me. I know that your time is valuable and that you can be doing anything in the world, and also that you're never going to get it back. So I hope that the hour that you invested in listening to me this morning for Coffee with Nikki was well worth it. And that is something that you could use for life, and it's also something that you could take to somebody else so that you can continue to learn this information and teach this information to other people because they need it, right? And tell them come join us over here, because why? We popping. So 2 awesome lives today. Yes, thank you so much, Michelle. Lakeisha Keisha said that should be fun. See you in K this afternoon. Thank you, Lakeisha Keisha. Jasmine says yes, I hope I can catch it if I'm not back in training class. Got you. um Yes, everybody. Thank you, Kay. Have a great day. So, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I absolutely love y'all. Y'all have the most amazing day. I sound like Tabitha Brown. Have an amazing day, y'all. Have an amazing day. Again, thank you so much. And if you have any questions or anything about what we were talking about today, feel free to DM me or send me an email and we can talk and we can discuss. That is it, y'all. Have an amazing day. Bye. I don't know why I decided to do it from here.